What do you think is the biggest issue in this election?
The biggest issue in this election is, unfortunately, who is going to lead us against Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And the real problem with that is that it doesn't functionally provide the most amount of benefit to Canadians to be focusing on that. But like, that is what we have to deal with. And that is so unfair to the Canadian electorate, because I think that there's a lot of people who are changing their votes specifically because they look at either a leader that they don't want on the world stage or a leader that they don't think can be on the world stage. And so they are voting against their personal interests when it comes to policy because they are terrified of Donald Trump. And that is not fair, but that is the world we live in.
Do you think, is that why the Liberals have been getting more support?
So here's the thing, like, you can look at it from the high information voter perspective or the low information voter perspective. So let's go high perspective, okay? Markcarney, governor of the Bank of Canada, governor of the Bank of England. He already knows world leaders. He has already been in the room with the people who are the prime ministers and the presidents of most of the countries in the European Union. They know him on a first name basis, right? High information voter says, who can negotiate with the European Union and help us fight it back against Trump? It's the person who is already friends with those people. Right. Vote for Markcarney. On the other side of the perspective, we have the low information voter. And that is all going to boil down to who they think can project power. And if the person sees a video of Pierre talking and he's fighting back against a reporter and he's coming off strong, they're going to say, yeah, he's going to do that against Trump. I'm going to vote for Pierre.
Interesting. But it's not necessarily like the way he might be responding to a reporter is like not,
but
like that's not the enemy necessarily.
But not all low information voters are going to vote for Pierre. There's going to be low information voters who see Carney and all they hear is governor of the Bank of Canada. They have no idea what he did. They have no idea what his policies are. They just say, oh, bigwig, he's a banker, he's a this, that. Of course he's going to be good at negotiating. But he's like, you hear Mark Carney talk, he's not like as animated and he's not as like out there. So